The tiny, oil-rich nation of Brunei, composed of two tiny enclaves reaching from the Bay of Brunei to about 60 kilometers inland on the island of Borneo, Malaysia.
For years, Princess Ameerah Wardatul's life has been a mystery, filled with whispers of her mother's absence. But now, she steps into the spotlight, not just for her grace and beauty, but for a story that can possibly twitch the heart. Join us as we uncover her heartfelt journey back home with her mother. Princess Ameerah. Life without her mother and some royal issues. Brunei is a small nation that is largely unknown to many. Most are familiar with it, mainly due to its immensely wealthy and extravagant monarch, Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah. He has been in power for 56 years, making him one of the longest-serving rulers worldwide. Additionally, he is among the richest individuals on the planet, with an estimated fortune of about $30 billion. The Sultan and his family reside in a stunningly large palace called Istana Nurul Iman, which features over 1,700 rooms, 257 bathrooms, and 5 swimming pools. While one might assume they enjoy great happiness in such splendor, the reality may be more complex. Some members of the Sultan's family, particularly his ex-wives, do not find joy in that lifestyle. The Sultan has been married 3 times, and in Brunei, polygamy is permitted for men. His first wife, Princess Saleha, has been by his side for over 50 years, and together they have 6 children. His second marriage was to flight attendant Mariam Abdul Aziz, with whom he had 4 children, but they divorced in 2003. Later, he wed Azrinaz Mazhar Binti Hakim, a younger former TV presenter, and they had 2 children, Prince Abdul Wakil and Princess Ameerah. However, their family happiness was short-lived. In 2010, he divorced Azrinaz after only 5 years, without providing specific reasons, just as he had done with his previous wife. The heartbreaking part is that he stripped her of all titles, possessions, and monthly support, forcing Azrina to leave the opulent palace and start anew in Malaysia, all while having to leave her children behind. Prince Abdul Wakil and Princess Ameerah lived in the palace with their father, while their mother had to part from them when they were quite young. The prince was merely 4 years old, and the princess just 2. Due to the Sultan's wishes, their mother had little opportunity to see them, only being able to observe their growth through photos online. It's truly difficult to fathom the anguish and sadness this must have caused her. Azrinaz remarried and welcomed 2 more children. She appears to lead a joyful and fulfilling life now, with her new family traveling frequently and enjoying their time together. Nevertheless, every time she thinks of her older children she cannot be with, her heart aches with yearning. Some years back, in 2023, Princess Ameerah, the youngest daughter of the Sultan of Brunei, celebrated her 15th birthday. Photos of her began circulating on the internet and gained significant attention after a TikTok user posted videos of Princess Ameerah at a charity event in 2023 alongside her father. She wore a beige top and slim trousers. It had been some time since the public had glimpsed the young princess, and many commented on her remarkable growth. They also noted her resemblance to her mother, Azrinaz, who was previously a news reporter at TV3. Some even compared her beauty to that of Canadian singer Avril Lavigne and Malaysian actress Anna Jobling. Princess Ameerah's mother, Azrinaz, also posted the photos on her Instagram with a heartfelt message. She noted that her daughter's images had gone viral and mentioned that many observers found they resemble each other. She praised her daughter's elegance and beauty. Numerous social media users expressed sympathy for Azrinaz, as she cannot see her children. They hope that when Princess Ameerah matures and can make her own decisions, she will reconnect with her mother. However, they ponder whether she will be able to comprehend and forgive her father for keeping them apart. Azrinaz was compelled to leave the palace for reasons likely beyond her control. Although the Brunei palace appears remarkably luxurious and lavish, it is fraught with complications. It's possible that the Sultan's children from his first marriage resisted accepting his new second wife, potentially ensuring her departure. Additionally, the age gap between the Sultan and Azrinaz may have complicated their ability to forge a robust and lasting connection. Regardless, their marriage was imbalanced and encountered numerous obstacles, ultimately leading to its dissolution. Azrinaz can find solace in knowing her children hold royal titles and are entitled to their father's vast inheritance, offering them significant opportunities without the burden of want. From a young age, Princess Ameerah has been surrounded by love and support from her sisters, aunts, and nannies always at her side. However, she has lacked one crucial element: her mother's affection. It remains difficult to foresee what the future brings for 16-year-old Princess Ameerah. What is certain is that she is maturing into a highly talented and capable teenager. In 2023, she even won a gold award in mathematics during a competition with students from the Jerudong International School. Princess Ameerah may choose to dedicate her life to science or explore any profession that piques her interest. It's noteworthy that her sisters also possess remarkable abilities. For instance, one of them excels as an athlete, actively participating in polo and equestrian competitions, while also captaining the Brunei national netball team. In 2015, and another one earned a master's degree in business administration from the Hult International Business School. The Sultan's daughters in Brunei diligently engage in charitable and social endeavors within the nation. Many hope that Princess Ameerah will follow her sister's examples and assume a significant role in Brunei after completing her education. There's also hope that she will eventually reunite with her mother. Being the Sultan of Brunei's daughter entails more than luxury and shopping. It involves significant responsibilities, as the offspring of a powerful ruler must assist their father and uphold a positive image. A major question arises about whether Princess Ameerah will wish to reconnect with her mother as she matures. This situation is steeped in sadness and uncertainty. We will have to observe how their narrative develops. Azrinaz lacks the chance to hold her children, and her sole wish is that when they mature and gain independence, they will come to see her and forgive her for her absence in their childhood. However, while Azrinaz has been absent from her children's lives, a lot has happened, especially in Prince Ameerah's life. Let's explore more about it. Exceptional details about the princess. At present, many thoughts are circulating in people's minds regarding Princess Ameerah, and one of them is likely envious due to her extravagant way of living. Yet, nobody is interested in understanding what her life is like beyond the stunning and elegant attire she wears. She was born in 2008, but her parents separated 2 years after that. From her earliest memories, she was immersed in the opulence of royal existence, encompassed by the magnificence of the splendid royal palace, which acted as both her residence and a representation of her family's heritage. The palace, featuring intricate architecture and vibrant gardens, served as the setting for her early years, where she enjoyed the privileges of royalty, such as top-tier education and elite services. Being the youngest officially acknowledged offspring of Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, Princess Ameerah received distinctive chances that influenced her development. Her schooling was a primary focus, and she enrolled in the renowned International School of Brunei, famous for its challenging academic curriculum and varied extracurricular options. Despite the challenges that frequently come with royal life, such as public attention and the pressures on her, Princess Ameerah thrived in her academic pursuits. Although particular information regarding her academic accomplishments is mostly confidential, Her devotion to education is clear through her commitment to learning. Alongside her studies, Princess Ameerah showed a talent for the performing arts from an early age. At merely 10 years old, she participated in the school's rendition of the musical Roku, highlighting her abilities and passions outside of academics. This participation not only showcases her creativity and self-assurance, but also indicates her skill in managing the pressures of royal duties alongside her personal interests. Her involvement in these activities indicates a comprehensive education, highlighting the significance of both intellectual and artistic growth. Princess Ameerah is not only intelligent and academically gifted, but also has a sharp intellect that distinguishes her. Growing up in a royal family has given her a strong sense of duty and an understanding of her place in society. Nevertheless, Princess Ameerah is much more than merely a royal personality who greets and poses for the photographers. She is an energetic person with an active social life, especially noticeable through her lively engagement on social media platforms. With a large fan base, she interacts with supporters and admirers, offering insights into her life that extend beyond royal responsibilities. Her posts frequently showcase her passions, activities, and charitable initiatives, enabling her to engage with a wide audience and motivate them to chase their dreams. Embracing a lavish lifestyle, Princess Ameerah frequently displays upscale fashion labels that leave numerous girls her age astonished. Her wardrobe combines sophistication and contemporary flair, showcasing items that embody her distinctive character and fashion. This has not only established her as a fashion icon among her contemporaries, but has also initiated discussions in cultural spheres concerning the blend of royalty and modern fashion. Her decisions frequently confront conventional standards, prompting conversations about identity, affluence, and representation within the royal family. One significant moment that garnered considerable attention was her presence at Prince Mateen's wedding. Reflecting on Princess Ameerah's parents' love story, they first intersected in 2005 during an interview where an unmistakable chemistry ignited between them. This initial bond grew into a strong love, leading the Sultan to consider marrying Azrinaz and raising her to the position of queen. Nonetheless, this concept encountered considerable opposition from the nobles of Brunei, who were concerned about the effects of such a union. The dissatisfaction of the nobles was heightened by the power of the Sultan's first wife, Anak Salehi. Worried about the possible danger posed by Azrinaz, who might rise as a formidable opponent, Anak Salehi and her allies started to plan a number of schemes designed to damage Azrinaz's standing. These schemes aimed to undermine her appropriateness for the royal title she desired, fostering a strained environment within the palace. As events progressed, it became evident that the nature of royal existence was filled with intrigue and competition. The longing for influence and prestige frequently resulted in disputes that might eclipse personal connections. Azrinaz's desire to achieve a distinguished title faced strong resistance, highlighting the challenges of balancing love and loyalty within the boundaries of royal norms. In spite of all the excitement, the wedding took place in 2005. Azrinaz was named the princess consort, and a year later, she welcomed a son named Abdul Wakil, who was bestowed the title of prince. A year and a half later, Princess Ameerah was born, and the Sultan pondered the idea of elevating his young wife to the status of queen. The aristocrats of Brunei exerted additional pressure on him, and ultimately, they achieved their goal. In the year 2010, Hassanal declared he was divorcing, resulting in Azrinaz losing her title as princess consort, along with all her royal distinctions. Their two children resided in the palace and were raised as royalty, immersed in a world of luxury and privilege that only a few could ever envision. Prince Abdul Wakil, the eldest son, was not an ordinary child. He was sixth in succession to the throne of Brunei, a role that carried significant expectations and duties. From an early age, he was prepared for leadership, learning about diplomacy, history, and the vibrant traditions of his nation. His days consisted of official gatherings, royal ceremonies, and a type of education that readied him for a future dedicated to serving his country. Ameerah, his younger sibling, was also adored, although her upbringing involved a distinct type of nurturing. The king's first wife, Anak Saleha, took it upon herself to care for Ameerah, making sure she received the finest education, care, and luxury available in the palace. The palace corridors resonated with laughter and happiness as Ameerah engaged with her toys, participated in extravagant celebrations, and studied the nuances of royal manners. Yet, underneath the facade of this luxurious existence was a deep sorrow. Ameerah barely encountered her biological mother, Naz, and it appeared that the reasons for their separation would prevent a reunion in the near future. The gap separating them was not merely physical, it was emotional, forming a divide that neither time nor riches could close. Naz, the mother of the children, experienced a profound and lasting sadness from being apart from them. The pain in her heart served as a continual reminder of her love for Abdul Wakil and Ameerah, a love now marked by yearning and sorrow. Regarding Princess Ameerah, who appears to have it all, she did not allow the separation to impact her negatively. She is excelling at the International School of Brunei and has passions for high fashion, dance, and singing. It is important to note that she has established a positive bond with her father, despite the fact that he took her mother from her. As previously stated, in 2023, Ameerah triumphed in a renowned math competition and appears set to follow a career in science. Ameerah has numerous prospects in public administration awaiting her. Although Brunei is a deeply Islamic nation, the worldwide push for women's rights is slowly impacting it. Given Ameerah's abilities, she might be eager to assume an important position in the government in the near future, and she may not need to adhere to her father's guidelines regarding visiting her mother. Apart from the issues surrounding her mother, Ameerah's fashion sense has been making waves on the internet. Princess Ameerah's great fashion taste. The royal family of Brunei is famous for its poise and charm, and within its ranks, several stunning women personify these traits. During the recent lavish wedding of Prince Mateen, attention was clearly focused on the Sultan's delightful daughter, Ameerah. Even at a young age, she enthralled the audience with her flawless style and composure. Ameerah's selection of a fashionable outfit, combined with high heels, highlighted her self-assurance and uniqueness, a welcome view in a culture where such displays of personal style aren't always supported. In Brunei's Islamic culture, conventional customs frequently prescribe modesty in clothing, which makes Ameerah's daring fashion choice even more remarkable. Her skill in managing these cultural expectations while showcasing her personal style showed an impressive degree of bravery and confidence. It was evident that she recognized the possible scrutiny, yet remained unfazed, letting her true personality emerge. Attendees from different nations at the wedding were especially impressed by Ameerah's selection of accessories, notably her striking Hello Kitty handbag. This charming item, acknowledged as a member of a renowned collection from the American luxury brand Judith Leiber, was embellished with shining rhinestones, turning it into a genuine statement piece. Worth around $5,000, the handbag represented more than just a fashion accessory. It embodied Ameerah's distinctive style and elegance. Fashion lovers observed that Ameerah's choice of chic yet subtle items demonstrates her great taste and grasp of fashion. She seamlessly incorporated modern trends with her cultural heritage, resulting in an appearance that was both current and respectful. Her presence at the wedding not only showcased her unique style, but also inspired young women in Brunei and elsewhere, motivating them to celebrate their individuality while balancing cultural norms. Ameerah's attendance at the event demonstrated the changing dynamics of fashion and identity in royal spheres, and her poise made a significant impact on everyone present. Certain individuals on social media are beginning to refer to this girl as the new star of the East and as one of the most beautiful princesses in Brunei. To truly understand the lifestyle of a royal, it's essential to learn about her father and his ascent to becoming the Sultan of Brunei. What you should know about the Brunei Sultan. Hassan al-Bolkiah is the sole leader of Brunei, a small yet extremely affluent nation in Southeast Asia due to its oil wealth. As a result, Forbes magazine once declared him the world's richest person until the early 2000s. Previously, he squandered a significant amount of money on lavish items such as women and opulent mansions. Now, at 78 years of age, he has 12 children, with Ameerah being the youngest, acknowledged as his offspring. Pangeran Muda Hassan al-Bolkiah, the present Sultan of Brunei, was born on July 15, 1946, while his uncle, Sultan Ahmad Tajuddin, was ruling. He was born at the renowned Istana Darussalam, the royal palace in Brunei. When he was born, his father possessed the prestigious title of Pangeran Bendahara Seri Maharaja Permaiswara, which made him heir apparent to the throne of Brunei. As a result, this ancestry positioned Hassan al-Bolkiah as the second heir to the Sultanate from the instant he was born. Hassan al-Bolkiah belongs to a vast royal family with 3 siblings: Prince Mohammed Bolkiah, Prince Sufri Bolkiah, and Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah. Along with his brothers, he has 6 sisters: Princess Masna Bolkiah, Princess Noor Ain Bolkiah, Princess Umi Kalthum al-Islam Bolkiah, Princess Amal Rakia Bolkiah, Princess Amal Nasiba Bolkiah, and Princess Amal Jeffriya Bolkiah. This large family network significantly influences the royal dynamics of Brunei. His academic path commenced at the Istana Darul Hana Surau, where he began his studies in the late year of 1955. He finished his primary education in the initial week of 1959. Throughout this developmental phase, he was accompanied by various other members of the royal family, such as his brother, Prince Mohammed Bolkiah, and his sister, Princess Masna Bolkiah, along with Princess Noor Ain and several other young students. In a conversation, Abdul Ghani bin Jamil, a former student at the Surau, remembered that the group was made up of children ranging from 5 to 10 years old, with Hassan al being the oldest among them. This initial education established the groundwork for his eventual position as a leader and ruler, influencing his character and principles within the framework of Brunei's vibrant cultural legacy. Hassan al-Bolkiah began his education early, finishing 3rd grade at the Jamalul Alam Malay School in Brunei Town in 1955 at the age of 9. His initial schooling was directed by his instructor, Abdul Rahman bin Hai Mohad Ja'afar. Nevertheless, the prince's sessions with him were fairly short, spanning only around 3 to 4 months before he interrupted his private tuition for a month at the Surau, a nearby worship site. In spite of this disruption, Hassan al-Bolkiah achieved significant advancements in a brief time frame. In only 3 months, he managed to read English literature. His commitment to his studies was clear as he progressed to the 6th grade in primary school after just 4 years of schooling. It's no surprise that Princess Ameerah is so intelligent. She clearly inherited it from her father. In his early years, Hassan al-Bolkiah studied at the Istana Darul Hana Surau, where he cultivated a strong interest in multiple subjects, especially science, languages, and history. His enthusiasm for education established a solid groundwork for his upcoming scholarly endeavors. After over 4 years at the Surau, he made an important advancement in his education by relocating to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to continue his studies. In Kuala Lumpur, he first joined Jalan Gurney School, where he further developed his academic abilities. After this, he went to the esteemed Victoria Institution from January 1961 until December 1963. This era represented a crucial milestone in his academic path, as he was the first Sultan of Brunei to finish his education in both Brunei and overseas. His tenure at Victoria Institution was especially remarkable. V. Murugasu, the headmaster, identified the prince's potential early, observing that he displayed traits of an exceptional and responsible leader even during his student years. This recognition hinted at the leadership position he would eventually hold as the Sultan of Brunei, emphasizing the significance of his educational experiences in developing his character and skills. During his time at Victoria Institution, he became a member of the Cadet Corps and was acknowledged as the top recruit in 1961. He was not the sole royal or noble student present, as observed by G.E.D. Lewis, the principal, indicated that the award relied solely on ability. When he completed his studies, he had attained the position of Lance Corporal. At the mere age of 15, he was formally given the title Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Duli Pengiran Muda Mahkota, signifying His Royal Highness the Crown Prince. Notably, the 2nd Gurkha Rifles were deployed to Brunei in December 1962, aligning with the onset of the Brunei Revolt. Lieutenant Colonel Digby Willoughby, along with a small unit from the Royal Gurkha Rifles, arrived to save him and his father from their palace, and his father expressed immense gratitude for Willoughby's assistance that day. Due to the strained relations between Brunei and Malaysia in 1963, Hassan al-Bolkiah went back to Brunei to complete his studies at Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin College, an English institution. He wed Pengiran Anak Saleha in a ceremony held at the palace on July 29, 1965. Subsequently, just after 7 months, he was appointed as a cadet officer at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. On August 6th, he marked the inauguration of 2 vessels by Syarikat Limbongan Kapal Takehara Berhad, highlighting the beneficial effects of the Japanese firm's investment in Brunei and the importance of prioritizing local enterprises over reliance on particular income streams. On the morning of September 7, 1966, an unforgettable moment in Brunei's history commenced as he and his spouse said goodbye to a gathering of key state representatives at Brunei Airport. Their leaving signaled the start of a trip to England, where he would advance his education and training at the renowned Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Throughout his tenure at RMAS, he engaged deeply in a varied curriculum featuring key subjects like English, mathematics, and science, as well as focused studies in military science and international relations. A specific emphasis was given to comprehending Russia's geopolitical landscape, mirroring the worldwide tensions of the Cold War period. His education at RMAS went beyond academics. It aimed to instill in him essential skills of self-discipline and responsibility, traits that would be crucial in his future leadership role. He acknowledged the significance of technological and strategic progress in military and governance, realizing that these factors were essential for effective leadership in a swiftly evolving world. Upon finishing his intense training, he graduated with high honors and was awarded the title of Honorary Captain in the Coldstream Guards on March 1, 1968, demonstrating his dedication and commitment. At the same time, in Brunei, Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III, who had been the ruler for 17 years, made a significant choice to step down from the throne on the night of October 4, 1967. This significant event enabled his 21-year-old son, Crown Prince Hassan al-Bolkiah, to take on the position of Sultan. After his father's abdication, Hassan al-Bolkiah came back to Brunei to finish his education, readying himself for the duties that awaited him as the country's future leader. That same night, the chief of Adat Istiadat Negara, Pangeran Pemanca Anak Haji Muhammad Alam, went on Radio Brunei to declare the abdication, signifying a major change in the nation's governance. The next day, a public event took place at the Balai Singgasana of Istana Darul Hana, where Hassan al-Bolkiah was formally declared Sultan. He adopted the title Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah Muizzuddin Wad-Dawla, becoming the 29th Sultan of Brunei, known to all of us today. Now that we've observed how Princess Ameerah's father reached his current position, let's examine the same for her mother, unveiling the life of the princess's mother. Azrinaz Mazhar is a prominent Malaysian personality recognized for being the third spouse of Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, the revered leader of Brunei. Hailing from a family with a deep-rooted legacy, she is the second offspring of Hakim Mazhar bin Muhammad Johar and Fauzia binti Abdullah Mansur. Her background embodies a mix of cultural influences typical of Malaysia's varied society. Azrinaz wed Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah in a private ceremony, attended solely by family and close friends. This private gathering took place at the Sultan's Palace in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and was characterized by an atmosphere of secrecy. The specifics of their union were concealed for a long time, with the announcement of their marriage emerging later when a guest revealed the details to the press. This aspect of secrecy regarding their wedding introduced a fascinating dimension to their relationship, piquing the curiosity of both the public and media. After her marriage, Azrinaz received the title of Her Royal Highness Princess Consort Azrinaz Mazhar, a distinction that enhanced her position within the royal family and the wider framework of Brunei's monarchy. As a princess consort, her role included numerous ceremonial obligations and responsibilities, enhancing the cultural and social landscape of Brunei. On June 1, 2006, Azrinaz marked an important milestone in her life with the arrival of her son, Prince Abdul Wakil. The revelation of her pregnancy was also kept under wraps, indicating the couple's wish for privacy during this intimate period. The arrival of Prince Abdul Wakil was greeted with immense happiness and festivities, culminating in an impressive honor marked by a 21-cannon salute fired close to the Istana Nurul Iman, the Sultan's official home. This customary gesture represented the significance of the event and the royal family's dedication to honoring new life among them. Azrinaz Mazhar's path, as part of the Bruneian royal family, has been characterized by public fascination and private hurdles, as she balances her responsibilities within a significant monarchy while preserving some confidentiality in her personal affairs. Her narrative illustrates the intricacies of monarchic existence, the cultural importance of matrimony and parenthood in Southeast Asia, and the lasting intrigue surrounding the lives of individuals in power and authority. Azrinaz divorced the Sultan of Brunei on June 16, 2010, an important occurrence that was publicly revealed via a formal statement from the royal palace. This declaration signified the conclusion of her marriage to one of the globe's most notable monarchs, a relationship that had attracted significant media scrutiny. After the divorce, Azrinaz experienced a significant change in her standing. She forfeited her royal title, in addition to several state honors and a distinguished Medal of Honor that had been awarded to her while she was part of the royal family. Even with these changes, her children maintained their royal titles, guaranteeing they remained acknowledged within the royal hierarchy of Brunei. Years later, on May 1, 2018, Azrinaz began a new chapter in her life by tying the knot with Firoz Khan Abdul Hamid. This second wedding occurred in a more private environment, hosted at her residence, and was marked by a cozy and personal ambiance. The event was graced by family and close friends, showcasing a more intimate gathering than her earlier royal wedding. This new union represented an important milestone for Azrinaz, as she welcomed a new beginning surrounded by her cherished ones, highlighting her strength and capacity to progress after her previous challenges. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.